ISTQB Foundation Level Question 47. Which one of the statements below describes the most common situation for a failure discovered during testing or in production? A. The product crashed when the user selected an option in a dialog box. B. The wrong version of a compliant source code file was included in the build. C. The computation algorithm used the wrong input variables. D. The developer misinterpreted the requirement for the algorithm. Please press pause to choose your own answer before you see the correct answer on the screen. Correct answer is A. The product crashed when the user selected an option in a dialog box. A crash is clearly noticeable by the user. Key point is the user selected wording in this option. The statement A describes a failure discovered during testing or in production, which is a common scenario where the product crashes or encounters errors when a user performs a specific action. This situation often leads to defects being reported and thorough investigation to identify and fix the root cause of the failure. All the rest of the answers are wrong. Answer B is incorrect because this is a defect, not a failure, since there is something wrong in the code. It may not result a visible or noticeable failure. For example, if the changes in the source code file are only in comment. Answer C is incorrect because using of wrong input variables may not result in a visible or noticeable failure. For example, if nobody uses this particular algorithm, or if the wrong input variable has a similar value to the correct input variable, or if the false result of the algorithm is not used. Answer D is incorrect because this type of fault will not necessarily lead to a failure. For example, if no one uses this special algorithm. In summary, the other options also represent potential scenarios where defects could be found, but option A specifically describes a common situation involving user interaction and system instability. My recommendation: please figure out these old definitions in the ISTQB syllabus to distinguish between terms such as error, mistake, defect, bug, failure, fault, and root cause. You should clearly understand their differences using examples. Explanation. Firstly, let's look at definitions in the ISTQB glossary. Mistake or error is a human action that produces an incorrect result. Defect is an imperfection or deficiency in a work product where it does not meet its requirements or specifications. Failure is an event in which a component or system does not perform a required function within specified limits. Secondly, let's look at the section 1.2.3, errors, defects, failures, and root causes in the ISTQB syllabus, where we can see explanation errors, mistakes, defects, faults, bugs, failures and root causes. I suggest you figure these terms out in your own. Last but not least, as you might have already guessed, looking at your titanic efforts, diligence, and perseverance, I expect a gigantic progress from you so. I look forward to your success, which might happen overnight. Never give up.